the biggest thing is just continue to be yourself.
Martin looking. Here's Clark. She fires and goes! She hit it!
I think that was the biggest thing when I was growing up. My parents allowed me to have a lot of confidence in myself. They never told me I couldn't accomplish anything. I grew up playing basketball with the boys, and to me, like, I never thought that was like different or weird. It was just what I did. I went out there, I competed hard. I feel like that's a lot of the reason I am who I am today is, you know, I had this constant confidence in myself, and I feel like that's a thing a lot of young girls struggle with today, is just having the confidence about them to achieve whatever they want. So I would say that's the biggest thing.
Every legend starts with a spark, a call to adventure. For Caitlin Clark, that spark was a love for basketball, ignited in the heart of Iowa. She wasn't born a legend. She became one, shot by shot, setback by setback, lesson by lesson. Growing up in West Des Moines, Caitlin played wherever she could, even if it meant joining boys' teams. The dream was simple: become the best, no matter the odds. Her heroes weren't just on TV. Caitlin's family and stars like Maya Moore showed her what greatness looked like. Their belief became her fuel.
How long does it take you to take a shot? And it's what, a second or whatever? And there's what, 40 minutes in a game? And you're allowing 1 second of 40 minutes to affect so much other time you have in a game just because you didn't make a shot. And I think that was like, I never thought about it that way, is, you know, this is only a second. I have, you know, however many more minutes to change the game in a positive way, whether it's, you know, I don't have to score points to affect the game. And that's another thing that we talked about a lot, is there's so many other things I can do.
But every hero faces doubters. For Caitlin, it was missed shots, tough losses. She crossed the threshold with every early morning practice and every game she dominated. At Dowling Catholic, she scored 60 in a single game and wore the label unstoppable.
My teammates ride my emotions, whether I like it or not, whether it's positive, whether it's negative, and I think that's something I've had to learn is, you know, they're gonna feel what I feel. I'm their emotional leader, and, you know, I think it's something I've embraced, and I think it's a powerful tool, like you saw, like, the things I can say about my teammates and truly believe and instill that confidence in them, that's one of the coolest things as, you know, a point guard, as a leader, as a friend, as a teammate. That's how much better you can make people by just believing in them and telling that to them, to their face.
Mentors and teammates shaped her journey. Coaches pushed her limits. Family reminded her to stay humble. And teammates became her second family. Temptations to quit or take shortcuts were always there, but Caitlin's resolve was stronger.
I'm completely different off the court than I am on the court. Like, when I step in between the lines, like, I'm there to kind of kill. Like, that's like my mentality, is like, you just want to go out there and be the best. You want to beat whoever's sitting, you know, on the other bench, no matter who it is. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, you look over there and you just want to win so bad, and you're going to do whatever it takes to get there.
College brought new challenges, facing the nation's best, carrying the hopes of a program, and learning to lead under the brightest lights. She faced setbacks, criticism, and the weight of expectation.
There's going to be moments that are really hard, and there's going to be moments that are great. That's what every single person goes through in their life, whether you want to be a professional athlete, whatever you want to do. There's going to be moments of hardship and then a lot of amazing moments, but that's what makes, you know, the moments of really great times, like, that's what makes it so amazing.
The lowest point came on the biggest stage, a heartbreaking loss in the national championship. But legends aren't defined by defeat. They're defined by what happens next.
We became more resilient. You know, it didn't always go our way, but it helped us become more resilient in the end.
Caitlin returned stronger, rewriting history. She shattered records, becoming the all-time leading scorer in NCAA history, surpassing even the great Pete Maravich. She led Iowa to back-to-back championship games and inspired millions with her relentless drive.
Ball up in time, Clark for the win! She does it time and time again!
All the level you feel the praise, that's the level you're going to feel all the hate too. So you got to stay right in the middle. I think that's, like, honestly the biggest thing I'm most proud of throughout my career is just, like, my maturity to evolve through, you know, bad games, through bad emotions, and be able to channel that and still find ways to win.
But for Caitlin, it was never just about points or wins. She became a mentor for a new generation, showing that dreams are worth chasing, even when the world says otherwise.
I don't want my legacy to be, oh, Caitlin won X amount of games or Caitlin scored X amount of points. It's what I was able to do for the game of women's basketball. I hope it is the young boys and young girls that are inspired to play the sport or dream to do whatever they want to do in their lives.
Now, Caitlin brings her gifts to the world stage. As the first overall pick in the WNBA draft, she's already setting records and inspiring the next wave of dreamers. Her journey proves setbacks are fuel, belief is power, and legends are made, not born.
I think don't let anybody tell you can't do something. You can achieve whatever you want in life.
What's your dream? What's stopping you? Caitlin Clark's story is proof. The only limits are the ones we accept. So go, chase your legend.